welcome everyone to a really nice Christmas song by Tom Petty. This is off Make-A-Wish 2, I think. There's a live actual recording of this with them playing it, and Tom plays the chords straight out, no capo. I'm capoed at the 2nd fret, and I'll speak to that as 0. Mike Campbell plays with the capo, and it really fits a lot of the notes that he does between the chords. So I'm going to teach it this way. If you want to learn it Tom's way, just transpose the notes. This song, like a lot of old style Christmas songs, has a diminished chord in it. So I'm going to go over that next. I put a link to Ben Eller, a great teacher on YouTube, and he has a wonderful Christmas old style, how to use diminished chords and how these songs were put together. I'm going to put a link to that video below along with my notes that I'll upload, so you'll have all of that. So let's talk to this. It's an E diminished. Again, we're talking to the capo as 0. So this chord, think of it, take a D chord, add a sus4, your pinky down, and just move the first 3 fingers up a string each, okay? So we're going to be on the 4th string at the 2nd fret, the 3rd string at the 3rd fret, 2nd string at the 2nd fret, and we're keeping that pinky on the 1st string at the 3rd fret, okay? So it's like a D moved up a string, and we got our pinky down also. Alright, we don't want to let that 5th string ring, so put your first finger against it a little bit to kind of mute that, but we're going to use the bass note. So we'll hit that 6th string open. Okay, with that said, let's go into the intro, which is really interesting, and I love how Mike Campbell put this together. And then we'll get into the verse and what's basically a pre-chorus and the chorus and some licks that go along with it. So this strumming in the intro is going to be basically the root note and then a down up. So we'll start out on a G, root note on the 6th string, down up, and then we do this. Okay, so see how that leads us to the E diminished? So what we're doing there, after we strike our D with this bass note and down up, we're going to hit the 5th string open to the 2nd fret, to the 6th string at the 3rd fret to open. Just a beautiful lead into the next chord. So we'll play that E diminished, the down up, because we've already hit the root note. Now at this point we're going to hit the 4th string, open to 2 and back to open. So keep that diminished chord. And then what we do is hit our A note, because we're going to go to an A minor. So hit the 5th string. Alright, so let me take you so far what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hitting that A note gets you time to get to your A minor, okay? Now we're going to do our down up. Then we're going to do a little stretch. We're going to hit the 2nd fret of the 3rd string up to the 4th fret with our pinky. And then catch the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Alright, so and that leads us to the open 4th string and a D chord. Okay, so our A minor, I'll take it from the open 5th string. Then we start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the intro. That'll go through twice. And then we're into the verse. Okay, so for the verse, it's G, just like the intro. E diminished, A minor, back to D. We're going to go through that twice. The strumming on it is your root note, down, up, and then up, down. so that's the first two sentences of the verse. And then we're into, let's just consider this pre-chorus, although I didn't write it out that way. Basically, just before we go into the chorus, we're going to go into an A minor, to a D, and then an A minor again, to a C7. Okay, so if you're not familiar with C7, play a C and add your pinky down on the third string at the third fret. Alright, it's pretty easy to move there from an A minor. Just bring your ring finger up and add your pinky. Alright, so at this point the strumming just becomes down, up, down, up, down, up. And then we're into the chorus. Alright, I'm going to play this chorus at speed and explain it to you and why I think it's an E minor the first time through. Ready? Okay, so it's G to E minor, and then G, E diminished to A minor for a full measure. Changes a little bit. We're not doing a half measure here. Doing a full measure of A minor to a full measure of D. And there's a lick in there, but I want to talk about this first E minor. I really debated about playing the diminished and trying it, and at the end of the song, they definitely go into an E minor, and I think he's kind of following that theme here. So I really feel he's doing G to E minor, and then our G to E diminished before the A minor and D. So either way, you know, use your ear. Maybe it's better than mine. I'll do a playthrough so you can see how this all fits together. But when we get to that A minor that we're doing for a full count, full measure, and a D, there's a lick underneath that, and I'm going to show you that next. Alright, so I'm going to take off from the chord and do the lick so you can see it. Okay, so this is consistent throughout the chorus. What he's doing when he hits an A minor, he's going to take that third string at the second fret, hit that twice to open back to 2. Then we'll go to the second string, open back to the third string at 2. And then open third back to second fret. So the lick is, go to our D, there's just one extra second string. Okay, so he just adds another second string. I'll do it from the lick slowly, or from the A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the verse. The second verse would be. Okay, you know the verse, same thing for the second verse into the pre-chorus and chorus there with the licks. Okay, after the second verse and second chorus, we're into the first bridge. These are basically the same. We're going to be doing an F minor to a G, back to an F minor, to a G, and then we go into a C, which will go through two sentences of the verse, basically 4 measures, and it's real staccato. It's okay, and then we end up on an A minor. And then on a D. and then you'll hear a lick. Okay, so let's talk about this. All right, F minor to G twice. The second bridge, I'll talk about that in a second, but there's some walk-ups there and stuff that you can do, and we'll talk about that. But once we go into the C, to our A minor, once we go to the D, you'll hear this lick. So we're basically just walking down the scale. We're going on the second string from the third fret twice to the first fret twice to open twice. Then we go to the third string from the second fret twice to open twice. Then we go to the fourth string at the fourth fret twice, second fret twice, and end on the first fret twice. All right, so where we end is where we began, a D note. All right, so we have this. Let me go into the lick. I'll take it from the C. It's Christmas is a rocking time. Put your body next to mine. Underneath the mistletoe we go. Says we go again, and then we're into the solo. Okay, there is an alternate form of this, and I put it after the second bridge. It's in the tab. I've looked this up, and the tabs, all over the place as usual, but one of the tabs has it marked out as starting on the D, so there'd be open fourth string. And then you start again. The reason I don't like it per se is because you're hitting that D to end and start on the same string. With that said, the bass part I really feel is done by the bass. So the guitar is doing this. But that's my opinion. I put that in there in case that's something you want to check out and maybe make your own. All right, let's go into the solo and the solo rhythm next. All right, so the solo rhythm is basically the intro, but if you just want to strum through it, that's fine. Again, it's basically the same because he's doing the notes. And on top of that, you'll hear the solo. So, okay, that's the solo rhythm. The solo will go like this. Honestly, not difficult, but when you add that rhythm underneath it, it fits it perfectly, which is what I really like about this. So what we're going to do is start out on the third fret of the first string to the fifth fret, back to 3, and then 2. All right, from there we're going to hit open first to third fret and back to open. And then we're going to switch to the second string, hit the third fret of that to open first, back to third fret of the second. So all together, and this repeats. So we'll go through it once. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat it. All right, and then we're into the next verse. So we're into the third verse now. Now that solo takes up the first couple measures. So when we come into this third verse actually singing, we're doing the A minor free strumming to our A minor and C7. And then we're into the chorus. Chorus is the same. And then we're into the second bridge. F minor. I'm not playing the root note. I'm just playing from the 5th string on through the 1st to the G. Now what's different here is when we go to the second time through with our F minor to G. We're going to do a walk-up. You'll hear this walk-up. It's basically a 6th string G note on the 6th string at the 3rd fret, open 5th fret to 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then our C. Then you'll hear him walk down to the A minor, so it's just a C to B note to A minor. And then we're into the D, all right, and the lick. And then the 4th verse. Okay, for the 4th verse, we're going to do the same as every other verse. The chorus is a little bit different. We're going to go to our G, E minor, and then our G, E diminished, and when we hit the A minor, we stop right there. You'll hear the drums come in, and then they'll go, oh baby, it's Christmas, G to E minor, G to D, E diminished, to A minor, and this is where it changed. We go to a C minor. Oh yeah. All right, so that C minor will come in one other place. All right, so as we play the C minor, things start slowing down, and we go to a G to E diminished to G, E minor, and then he'll sing, and it's Christmas with a G to E minor, all over, E diminished, again, to our C minor, and then we go out with the G just strummed once, and then you'll hear him talking in the actual recording about what he wants for Christmas. He wants a Rickenbacker guitar, blah, blah, blah. So, just a great song. I really hope that helps everybody. Happy holidays. Please stay safe. I hope you enjoy. We'll do a playthrough.